Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I've got a comparison video with a little twist. We are comparing G430 to G430, but what we're actually comparing is hybrid in the 21 degree 4 hybrid to a 7 wood in a 21 degree 7 wood. What I'm seeing a lot on the tour at the moment is a lot of players putting the higher lofted fairway wood in the bag. So the 7 wood and even the 9 wood is making a bit of a return to the game. So I wanted to find out whether there is a big difference between the same lofted hybrid compared to the same lofted fairway wood, and if there is there any benefits to be had from doing that? Let's start by hitting a few shots with the hybrid, then we'll hit a few shots with the fairway wood, and we'll look at the numbers and compare any big differences and discuss any benefits we might see. If you're new to the channel, please do subscribe below. If you hit the little bell icon next to it, you'll get notified for every new video I post. And if you do enjoy today's video, please do smash the like button. It really does help the channel, and feel free, leave a comment below as to which one you might game. Would you game the fairway wood or would you game the hybrid, or which one do you think is going to come out best? So then, hybrid or fairway wood? Let's get started. We're going to start with the 4 hybrid. It's normally 22 degrees. I've lofted it down 1 degree to 21 to match the 7 wood. So I'd expect this to be coming out anywhere around 200 to just over 200 yards. Little pull draw to start the day. So I do think this year's the year I'm probably going to put hybrid in the bag, but I am really interested to see if there's any big differences between this and the fairway wood. It's just so easy to get up in the air versus a long iron, but the looks down behind the ball just look nice and friendly. Looks like a very easy club to hit. Obviously the biggest difference is in the shape. Is the hybrid is much shallower and not as deep, and the fairway wood is obviously a much more rounded, deeper shape. So that's going to change the sense of gravity in the heads. And a pull draw to start. But yeah, noise wise sounds quite nice and solid. A little bit of spring in the face. So that was a little bit off the bottom of the club face, but hybrids, that's where they do so well. They keep the ball up in the air and keep the distance up. We're 210 carry there, so we're around that just over 200 yard mark, which is perfect. Oh, a little bit of a drop kick. Maybe a little lower spinner. Again, pretty much considering that was a totally different strike in the face, it's carried exactly the same number. So easy to get in the air, it's a joke. So let's hit a few more and then we'll swap over to the fairway wood. Honestly, why have I not got this in the bag already? There's just no way I'm hitting 4 iron at that same height with that ease, hitting the same distance every time. So yeah, I can't ask any more of this hybrid. So let's swap it now for the 7 wood, also lofted at 21 degrees, but I have a feeling it's going to give us a very different flight. So obviously, first off, the differences being the shape of the club head, much longer, more rounded back to the fairway wood versus the hybrid. From above, much shallower on the hybrid, much deeper on the fairway wood. The face is pretty similar, maybe a little bit shallower on the fairway wood, and obviously the biggest difference being the length of the shaft. So we might see a little bit more club head speed in the fairway wood because we can generate a little bit more force. It might then lose me a little bit of control. You saw how consistently I could hit the hybrid. Can I hit the fairway wood just as consistently? We're about to find out. So it certainly looks above the ball. The loft on the club face is really obvious with the 7 wood versus the 3. I'm not sure if I like that, but it's not off-putting too much. Let's have a hit and see what it does. That is a very different noise for starters, much more of a hollow noise. Straight away, a much higher flight. That ball's come down nearly vertical, so there must have been a lot more launch and spin on that, I would imagine. Hit that nicely. Again, it is actually very easy to get in the air. It's a deeper head, so for a lot of people, having that weight in the back of the head on the fairway, being a bit further back away from the face versus the hybrid, will actually help them. It will create that lower centre of gravity further back in the head to give you that help in the launch. But not everyone needs that. I certainly don't struggle to get the ball up in the air. If anything, that's what loses me distance. Pull draw, just like the hybrid. Keep it consistent. Yeah, to the eye I can see very much straight away that it's a very different flight. We'll see it more clearly side by side in a minute. That ball's just getting up high and then it's coming down, I think, much steeper. Therefore it's landing much softer. So there would be a use for that if you're playing on firmer greens where you need the help to get that ball stopping. This could be a better option. And I think I hit that one nicely. I still think I prefer the feel off the hybrid. It's a little bit more solid, whereas this just makes a little bit of a different noise, which I'm not liking quite as much. That's a pull draw again, a little bit low in the face. Loads of height, loads of spin, I think. Again, it's quite consistent in its distance, so the consistency of the forgiveness in both heads is there. They're just giving me different flights. So let's hit a couple more and then compare. I'll hit that one much better. But yeah, they're just coming down a little bit short of the green, set the same distance away, whereas the hybrid was getting to the green a little bit more easily. Bit of Healy. That was hit pretty good. But yeah, definitely a different feel, a different noise off the face. Obviously looks down behind the ball very different, and a flight just to the eye, I can see the flight is very different. So let's put them side by side and see exactly what the difference is in the numbers. Wow, okay, so two totally different flights, and bear in mind these are lofted identical at 21 degrees each. So this is purely the difference in the length of the shaft, the head shape, and what that's doing to the kind of the way the ball's coming off the face. First off, the ball speed coming off much faster with the fairway wood, which I was expecting being the longer club, at 142 mile an hour versus 136. The launch off the fairway woods is higher by about a degree, so 16 degrees launch versus 15 degrees. Backspin's another big difference. We've got far lower backspin, 3,500 RPM with the hybrid, whereas we're nearly 5,500 RPM with the 7 wood. My distance in carry is very different, so I'm hitting the ball further in the air with the hybrid. Even though it's a shorter club with the lesser ball speed, it's coming off that much more penetrating, so it's carrying a little bit further as it comes down a bit shallower, and we're getting out 217 versus 209. Then with the run out, we're getting 232 out of the hybrid versus 219 out of the fairway wood. So the fairway wood, like we saw on the flights, was coming down much steeper and not running out very far, whereas the hybrid was coming out a lot flatter and landing on a flatter angle, so it's chasing a little bit further. So both have their uses. If I have a firm green and I need to stop the ball, the fairway wood is going to give me that better flight for that. If I want distance off the tee, or I want distance advance me down the fairway, the hybrid's going to give me more of that, which I think for me is the one I would choose. One, because it hits the gap that I would look for more often, and I think it just gives me a few more options. I think I could get a little bit more height if I needed to, just adjusting my setup. I also prefer the feel of it, and I prefer the look of it down behind the ball. So, a bit surprising then, guys. What did you put in the comments below? Which one did you think was going to perform better for me, the hybrid or the fairway wood? And also put in the comments below now, which one would you choose? Would you go for the fairway wood to get you more height, or would you go for the hybrid to give you a little bit more distance. If you enjoyed today's video, guys, please do smash the like button down below. It really helps the channel. And if you haven't already and you'd like to subscribe to more content like this, hit the subscribe button and the little bell icon next to it will alert you of every new video I post. If you have any other comparisons you want me to do, guys, put them in the comments below and I'll try and get around to them. But otherwise, thanks again for watching and I'll see you next time.